Understanding the pharmacology of medicines can be a challenge to non-medical prescribers who are not pharmacists. Without a sound basic pharmacology knowledge, prescriptions can be unsafe. It's important that we are able to recognise what we don't know in order to prescribe within our area of competence. So in this short vlog, I look at some key pharmacological concepts and, importantly, how we can keep up to date with our pharmacology knowledge and find answers to our day-to-day queries and concerns. In my experience, one of the great rewards of becoming a prescriber has been and continues to be the interaction and shared learning with other professions, including pharmacists. So let's look at the term ADME. We're all familiar with the ADME acronym. That is absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. Here's a very quick and basic run-through of why this is important for us prescribers. Absorption. This is important because we need to consider the formulation, the route of administration and the timing of the medicine to ensure it reaches where it's meant to reach and has the desired effect. Patient factors are important here. That is the pharmacokinetics, which put simply is the effect of the patient on the drug, as opposed to the effects we know the drug has on patients, which are listed in the BNF and the summary of product characteristics. So factors such as patient's age, ethnicity, comorbidities, mobility, diet, hydration, skin integrity, if you're prescribing something topical, posture, or any problems with the gastrointestinal system can all affect absorption. Distribution. How the medicine is distributed around the body is a prescribing consideration. You have to consider the best delivery route, whether you want to have a quick effect, such as an intravenous medicine, or allow time for the medicine to build up in the system. The dosage interval in order to achieve what's described as a steady state, which typically happens after 6 or 7 oral doses, is a prescribing consideration. Also, if you're using modified release medicines, keeping to the same brand is important. From the patient's point of view, shared decision making and adherence are important. How many times have you heard a patient say they stopped taking a medicine which they should have been taken regularly because, for example, they felt fine and no longer had the problem? So following the shared decision making guidance and providing information before, during and after the prescription is important here. Metabolism. When a drug enters the body and circulates through the liver, the P450 oxidase system, or CYP as it is also referred to, tries to get rid of the toxins. A drug may reduce, that is inhibit, or enhance, that is induce, CYP enzyme action, depending on its composition. When more than one drug is given, because they may induce or inhibit liver enzymes, this can lead to serious drug-to-drug interactions. So it's important to check this whenever you're prescribing, whether you do this through the BNF or summary of product characteristics, or whether you're using a system that will flag up potential interactions. Here's some reflective questions. What are the common drug-to-drug interactions in your field of practice? How do you keep up to date? Moving on to excretion and phase 2 metabolism. Some drug metabolites need a phase 2 metabolism, an example being aspirin. This occurs in the liver. Some drugs such as morphine are also further activated by phase 2 metabolism. It's worth looking through the drugs you prescribe in your personal formulary to see which of these areas they fit into. The most important organs in terms of drug excretion are the kidneys, so it's important to consider renal impairment when prescribing medicines. Renal function in people over the age of 70 is typically 50% less than that of a younger adult. Moving on to information sources and contacts. Here are some questions for reflection. Who are your key contacts in the pharmacy team that covers the specialty you work in? What specialist pharmacy support is available to you and to your patients? What areas of pharmacology do you always consult on? So do you have these people on speed dial? Here's the link to the Somerset Clinical Commissioning Group Prescribing and Medicines Management website, where you will find a wealth of information, including the Somerset Prescribing Formulary and Guidelines for clinical areas. The link to sign in as a staff member is at the top on the left. There are also specialist teams and clinicians in, for example, Parkinson's disease, care home medicines, paediatric medicines, addiction, learning disability, epilepsy, pain management, palliative care, diabetes, heart failure, asthma, and many more subspecialised areas. Do you have these people's information and contact details to hand? Then there's ToxBase, which used to be called the Poisons Information Centre. Have you or your unit registered with ToxBase? Do you have the ToxBase details readily to hand? You never know when you might need to contact them in a hurry. Another great source of detailed information on medicines is the Specialist Pharmacy Service. There is a huge range of specialist clinical information, support and guidance on medicines here, including answers to frequently asked questions. Then there's information and signposting for patients. Do patients have a good relationship with their community pharmacy? Do you have a good relationship with a community pharmacy? It's worth cultivating. Are there any hospital or specialist team helplines on medicines for patients? Where do you signpost patients to for medicines information? To help with this, I've put together a collection of resources on medicines from a variety of trusted sources. These are open to patients as well as professionals, keeping up on the shared decision-making message of no decision about me without me, so we can share and learn together. As far as I know, there isn't another such compilation of medicines information links available in the UK. I hope you found this useful and it provides materials for discussion and reflection. These, of course, can be used in your appraisals, in peer reviews and for revalidation. You can find a template for reflection here.